Hello and welcome to my very first tutorial video. Today we're going to be doing a custom image of the background inventory or any type of blue image you see on Fiesta Online. So for that we're going to go ahead and make sure we have either Photoshop, and if you don't have the privilege to buy Photoshop, or if you can't get one of the cracked copies of Photoshop, I will have a link in the description to download Gimp. I hardly use this program, so it's going to be a venture for both of us. But before that, I like to save my original files, whatever I do modify, just in case I want to revert back, or just to have as a safekeeping. So on our desktop, we're going to go ahead and right click, new folder, name this whatever you want. That's going to hold your backup files, and if you just want to further down the line just tinker with it, make some more custom backgrounds, you have a little place here that has it all stored. So once we have that made, I already have one made, we're going to go and go ahead and open this, and we're going to go ahead and set it off to the side. On your bottom, you're going to go ahead and want to open up in files, the file explorer. On the left hand side, we're going to navigate to our PC, or this PC. Go ahead and go into the drive that has the game in it. For me, it's going to be my local C, and it's going to have program files 86 and Game & Go AG is what we're looking for. And it's going to have Fiesta Online, EOS, and you'll be greeted with all these files once you open up this file. Now, for any reason something happens with Fiesta, you can come here and open up the repair tool, and you can roll back to any version of the game you want. So we're going to go ahead and scroll back up, go to the skins folder, and this is the blue default skin that you see. Now, I've already replaced this, but you just want to go ahead, left click, and then right click, copy that, and open up that skin folder and paste it right into there, and you have the default file ready just to revert anytime you want. So, and these files, this is for the main overlay, like health bar, icons in the game, and such of that. And maybe I'll make a YouTube video on doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into our, we're gonna go ahead and use Gimp. So we're gonna go ahead and open up Gimp. We're gonna go ahead and create a new file. This is going to be the file we're going to replace it with the skin file. Make sure it's at 1000 by 1000 pixels. And if you have any photo in here that's like under 1000 by 1000, this is going to be an important background, because, and I'll show you an example shortly. Or get the paint bucket, paint this black, and I will open up pictures. Or actually, I have an example. For instance, this image was too small, and the person I had using it, since this was like transparent or white, the background was white, the text in the game was also white, so it kind of blended in with that background. So make sure you have a solid black, because the images in the game, the text is going to be white, yellow, and orange. And if you have a color that you can see with those text color images, you'll be fine. So once we create this, we're going to go ahead and hit file, and we're going to open, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take a gander. I am lost pictures, and make sure that the images are over 1000 by 1000. Again, if it's smaller, you can go ahead and resize it So in here, we're going to go ahead and left click on the layer, Control C just to copy it. We're going to go ahead and go back to our main project, left click in this little box, Control V to paste, and we're going to go ahead and click this little green thing to make that a layer. Now you're going to notice that it's going to have these yellow lines, and that's okay. This means that this is like the extra part of Lisa. So what we see here is what we created originally. So if the picture was smaller, we would have those black little sidebars right here visible, and that fixes that problem. It's just a safety thing, just to have that background. But if you're satisfied with how this looks, then we're good to go. I'm just gonna close that off. We're gonna go ahead and hit File, and then Gimp, we're gonna export as, and make sure the title is named Skin with a capital S. And we want to go ahead and hit Desktop, and we want to make sure the extension is TGA. Make sure we hit the select file type as well, and export. And then it's going to tell you orientation, and we'll keep it as bottom left. So now we have our skin, and of course, since I have Gimp, it's going to have that little icon. If you're using Photoshop, it's just going to be the white page, so don't worry about it. Now we're going to go ahead and minimize this. And this is the full, it's not the folder. Okay, there we go. This is the actual in-game folder. We're gonna go ahead and open it up, grab this, and we're gonna replace it. And that's it. We should open up now. And again, I will do this again in Photoshop after I log into Fiesta and verify that it's working. And feel free to send me Spark Cash, because I am a poor peasant. So right here, you can tell it's already implemented. I don't know how to, I don't know what measurements those are, and maybe we can figure out how to do that later. But now once we're in game, you can see I have a custom overlay, and if we press anything that has that uses that blue background, it is now replaced. And you can see here how the text, this is green, or like the main quest here is white. You got some that are orange and some are yellow, and so you just want to really think about that when you're creating your images. If you already know, it's fine. Like, let's see. That's pretty much about it. Now on to Photoshop. Go ahead and close this out. And this is the Fiesta photo, yeah. So in Photoshop, we're gonna go ahead and open up a new canvas, and we just name this skin. Make sure it's set by 1000 by 1000 pixels. Double left click on the layer to open it up. We're gonna go ahead and use the paint bucket and make sure it's just black. Again, this is precautionary too if you have a smaller photo that has a black background image, because of that white text and the orange and all those different color text you'll be able to see on the black background. And we're gonna go ahead and hit File, Open, and just scroll for an image you want. This time I will use a smaller image. I'm gonna double click, unlock it. I'm gonna grab this. See how it's much smaller. We're gonna have our move tool, move it over, put it back here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit image. Alright, image is edit? Yeah, edit. Transform, scale. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna snap it onto the top left. I'm gonna grab this letter, or this little corner. I'm gonna hold shift, because this makes sure it's gonna scale perfectly. If not, it's gonna be, oh, that's bad. So we're gonna go ahead and hold shift, and we're gonna scale all the way to I feel like that's perfect. And we're gonna hit enter. Once we have this image, again, you can hit shift, and whichever way I do it, it's gonna stay onto those axes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and find the perfect little, there we go. And if you feel like you want that, you can go ahead and actually save it like this. If you just absolutely don't care, you just want the whole image, you don't want to have the black bars, you can most definitely distort the image. Let's go back to scale and just scale it all the way per center, and you have it. So regardless, go ahead. Scale. I'm just gonna make another one like this. We're gonna hit file, we're gonna hit save as, and we're gonna go back to the desktop and make sure this is named skin. We're gonna click the format, and we're gonna hit the TGA, and we're gonna save, and I hit 32 bits. And once we're done, you're gonna have a file on the desktop, and of course, if you don't have Gimp, it's gonna be just a plain white icon file. This is the file. You're gonna go ahead and drop it into the skins file in Fiesta Online. So once we do that and replace it, we're all set and ready to go. I'll just log back in again, just to confirm that it is indeed working. And remember to feel free to send me some Sparkash. And sometimes when you get this little cutoff, oh, I hate it. I have to readjust this window. There we go. And there we go. We see it right there. That's it's implemented. Go ahead and press my whatever I want. Oh, this is pretty nice. I really like this. Get requests. See how some of the white, it's kind of hard to really see with the white. And that's something you're gonna have to think about when you're doing your custom images. If you have an image that's a lot of greens, it'd be hard to see that. And again, that's up to you. A lot of people like to use just plain simple colors as their backgrounds. But, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see if I make a custom overlay for the character health UI. Goodbye.